take you down through memory lane, especially if you're a kid who has watched a lot of cartoons in the mid-90s. I think a couple of you have already guessed the show. If you haven't, well, I'm talking about the Jetsons. The Jetsons are a family residing in the Orbit City. The city's architecture is rendered in highly futuristic smart city style, and all homes and businesses are raised high above the ground on adjustable columns. George Jetson lives with his family in skypad apartments. His wife Jane is a homemaker. Their teenage daughter Judy attends Orbit High School, and their son Ellery attends Little Dipper School. Housekeeping is seen to by a robot maid Rosie, which handles chores not otherwise rendered trivial by the home's numerous push-button space-age envisioned conveniences. The family has a dog named Astro that's like Scooby-Doo talks with an initial consonant mutation in which every word begins with an R as if it's speaking with a growl. The whole setup showed us a view with a smart city which is being planned and developed in first world countries like Japan, California, etc. It's weird how shows from the early 90s had so much in store for us, isn't it? Now, all of us know that the amount of futuristic technology shown in sci-fi shows is absolutely mind-blowing. But when it comes to Star Trek franchise, the tech used in the show has met reality many times. The Star Trek Deep Space Nine series, set in the Milky Way galaxy in the 23rd century, used virtual display devices placed over characters' heads and a little computer screen which hovers over one eye. One character even says a quote that it's like having a view screen inside your brain. So a few decades later, the Google unveiled their Google Glass and it looked and functioned almost exactly like the show's virtual display devices. It had features like touchpad, camera, and display. It could, show you information about Facebook or your details or your calendar details and many such features. Alright, now have you ever thought of taking a pill and getting access to every neuron in brain? No, right? Well, that's definitely possible according to an America's drama named Limitless. This show is about a guy named Brian Finch who discovers the power of a mysterious nootropic drug by the name NZT48, which unlocks the full potential of human brain and gives it user-enhanced mental facilities. So with this, he gets access to every neuron in his brain for 12 hours after taking the pill, and he becomes the smartest person in the world, able to perfectly recall every detail in his life and is capable of prodigious leaps of intuition and reasoning. Don't you want to be him? Don't you want to access every neuron in your brain and become the smartest person? Now, coming to our last show in the list is Westworld. Elon Musk, the so-called real-life Tony Stark, made dire warnings about the dangers that artificial intelligence can impose, especially existential ones if super intelligence happens to take over the world. Various scenarios that have already started to take shape, where Siri and Alexa have already permitted an individual's life, and self-driving cars pose the threat of running over pedestrians trying to cross the streets. Westworld is supposed to be one such show that plays on this idea. There are multiple technologies that the show very artfully represents with beautiful complexity, and some of them have already started to take shape in the world. Some of them would be infinite knowledge, robots that seem human, image recognition, and program improvisation. While the scientists who have inclined towards the show have mixed reviews, with some of them stating it as a possibility and some of them discarding as utter rubbish, it's however an interesting concept to look at the probability, if not a possibility, in the future. The show very mindfully is also successful to a certain extent in imposing the idea if the current reality that you and I happen to be so proudly a part of might just be a simulation for super intelligent species to merely pass their time as means of entertainment. Well, guys, that was an end to the list of TV shows that have or that may predict our future. I hope this got you interested in exploring various technologies present in today's world. So, we at Edureka provide live instructor led classes about the technologies present in the world. If you're looking to master about any trending technologies, please leave your email ID and technology name in the comment section and we'll get back to you at the earliest. Don't just learn it, start mastering it with Edureka.
I hope you have enjoyed listening to this video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries and we will reply them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to Edureka channel to